Welcome back, and good evening once again. If you've just joined us, we want to welcome you to a featured match for this beautiful, beautiful Saturday evening. It's the 25th day of February, and it's a big one. Attackers in the blue and black versus the Eagles Claw in the all green. And these two teams, certainly sure, will be looking to grab all 3 points. The Eagles Club will be certainly looking to see if they can bounce back from their loss to the Ducks United, eventually losing it was 4 goals to 1 after they would have won some 4 matches on the trot. See their winning streak coming to an end over last weekend. The attackers, they themselves would have lost some 4 matches on the trot as well, and well, not 4 matches, but 3 matches on the trot, and they will look to get back to winning ways, which they did on the midweek game on Wednesday evening. They overcame the Limers FC 2 goals to 1. Your commentator this evening is Tony Fleming, and we are happy to bring you AI live coverage action right here from the Raymond Ishad Stadium. The referee this evening is Albert Burton. He is assisted by Hilton, and the fourth official looks like Money Carty. Just trying to get a hold of the other youngster. Well, not Money Carty, but Shalisha Books is the uh, fourth official. Preliminaries are already completed. Name of the AI assistant for you in just a little tidbit. Other AI assistant, ER assistant, sorry. Um, it appears as though the Eagles Claw, they have put the central defender in Khalifa Francis. He is donning the jersey, the goalkeeper's jersey there. I did have a talk with him, and he was saying the goalkeeper in the last match wasn't as safe as possible, and that he could do a much better job. And so we will see whether or not those words hang true tonight, because he has been given the duties as goalkeeper. We've seen the likes there of, well, Randy Gomez is still in goal. They got 4 defenders in the Duke Center, Val Duke, Mason, Hassan Mason, the ever present Javil Brooks. Rashid Thompson is over on the right hand side in the midfield. You've got 4 midfield, because attackers, they are playing with that, what, 4 and 4 is 8, 9 with 10 men. They've got 1 player on the bench, but in that of Sean Isaac, but he's nursing an injury at the moment. Probably just looking to see whether or not he can withstand for the second round. So Denzel, who's really the coach, is playing in a striking position, and it appears as though the attackers would have talked about how they want to set up, and really playing more from way behind the ball. It's the Ducks United who would have started the position, and still with position is the Cardi. Give it a team sheet in just a bit, but the Eagles Club, sorry, it's a cross coming in, and Gomez. I did say the Ducks, sorry, it's the Eagles Club. So, shot and goal, Randy Gomez. Ever so lively in the back of the net. He collects, now he clears, but it's virtually all green shots that are really at the back there for the Eagles Club. Attackers really playing quite defensive, maybe looking to counter attack, not having the number of players that they would like, and they would certainly have their work cut out for them here with this Eagles Claw team. And so it's Eagles Claw still with possession, and here's a mountain attack there. The ball ricochets from the boot of the player there in Naldo, and it rolls into touch for a goal kick. So Eagles Clark, they will certainly look to get back to winning ways after their first defeat. And the attackers, they really held out in a hard fought winning a match there that they really held on for their life against the Limers FC. And they will have their work cut out for them. They've got in midfield Keon Lee. Um, that's that's certainly an infringement, yes. Certainly an infringement. The push in the back there. You see Denzel head, hitting Caster from the back. So in midfield, we've got Jermaine Hodge playing wide. We've seen the ever present Keon Lee. And on the other side, it's Khalid. And Denzel is going to the touchline. So actually, really picking up the team for this evening. Play has been just held up just a bit. And a free kick. But the attacker sees here is big kick over there to Lee. And that's going to be an infringement there again. And was of a dangerous spot. And see the referee there in Mr. Albert Burton just speaking to the player there. Saying just be careful. But the attackers team sees number 17, Khalid Brooks, number 18, Lawford Brown, number 27, Centerval Duke, number 1 in goal, Randy Gomez, number 16, Vashan Hodge. Vashan Hodge, number 3, Keon Lee, number 23, Hassan Mason, number 10, Terence Casarajas, and Rasheen Thompson rounds out the team for the attackers who are just playing with 10 men. Here is a pass and a shot, but France is looking adept to goalkeeping. Just comes across and smothers, and nice boot out as well. Way upfield. Here is Sean Brown. And I see likes the of Duke midfield, finds good there from Vashan Hodge. Brooks. And carelessly, Rasheen Thompson gives the ball away. And here is Ajay Johnson finds Sean Brown. Sean Brown trying to find Johnson, but recovering well is Khalid Brooks, and the ball goes into touch. So the Eagles Claw team sees number 5, Giovanni Anthony, number 11, Sean Brown, number 20, Romain Kabi, number 9, Charmaine Charles, the Manaldo, number 8, Lyndon Duncan, number 69 in goal, Khalifa Francis, number 10, Tajay Johnson, number 26, Dylan Mitchell, number 4, Isaiah Snyder, number 16, Joseph Tazi, number 19, Rohan Taylor. So, without a couple of their key starters, Charles and Jeffords, who is certainly one of the strongest of their midfield, maybe not being able to make it in over in time for this match, but it's the Eagles Clark coming away with it. Here's a big kick there from the player there in Javier Brooks, and they certainly could have done better with that one. And he acknowledges that and put his hands up and said, "Well, beg your pardon, guys." You see, so taken quickly. It's the number 26 player there for the Eagles club, Dylan Mitchell. Ball is all the way back to Duncan. Here's a true ball trying to find Johnson, but special Javier Brooks reads the ball well and clears, is taking the danger away into the 7th minute of play. And the good crowd has built up nicely. Comes in to have a look at this featured match for the evening. In the earlier match, you've seen the Diamonds taking care of the Uprising team and going solely second. Here is a chance, but ball has been handled, and it's going to be a free kick. But a little bit in living dangerously there were the attackers. Here's a ball booted upfield, but had the lone striker there in Lawford Brown, who at one point in time was a very prolific scorer, would have played for Ducks United, and then they joined the Roaring Lions, and sure did score some brilliant goals. Here's a cross from Romain Kirby, and the ball headed away there for a corner kick, the first one of the match for the Eagles club. So if you have just joined us, we want to say again, welcome to AI Live coverage of this evening's featured match, the Attackers versus the Eagles Claw. Eagles Claw kicking from left of screen to right. Attackers right of screen to left. Here's a short corner. And Duncan trying to keep the ball in play, but Terence Castle Rogers gets close by and blocks the ball. It's going to be the second corner from similar position. Corner kick taken. Bicycle kick there from Sean Brown. Misses. Kirby trying to play the ball in the field but loses out. Ball is cleared upfield. Duncan now comes wide. Here is a chip over. Finds the head there of Javier Brooks and partially cleared further upfield there by Lawford Brown. And this time the ball, the chip through there, is going to fall to the goalkeeper. He tosses it out to Lee. Lee misses everything. Picked up there by the number 6 player, the four Eagles club. This could be trouble. This could be dangerous, but well defended there, but not cleared properly. And again, the attackers' defense will have to be a lot more careful. This time, Lee collects, finds Rogers. Rogers goes to the man Spooney, Vashan Hodge. Vashan Hodge goes wide, finds Khalid, looking for some support, trying to get around the player. They can't do so. Dispossess. And away comes the Eagles claw in midfield. Tazi playing on the left side. Passes it back. Here is Eagles claw trying to find Kirby, but headed away by Duke. Almost playing Duke in trouble. Here is Rashawn Hodge. Smartly goes back to Gomez. And Gomez goes to special books. Good ball position movement there. Sean Brown was rushing as if the player there in books stopped the ball. You see a all blocked there, and appears as though it would have touched the hand of the Eagles claw player. And so Barton, well, not the hands of the Eagles club led ball, but it did hit the referee, and so it was a drop ball. Here is a pass trying to make its way to Brooks, but cut out there by the defense for Eagles Club. Looks to push further upfield. It's Mitchell find Tazi. Cut out there by Hodge. Rogers. Lee with acres of space, but he has two players close by. Find Duke. Duke back to Lee. Lee finds good ball there from Casa. Rogers. Denzel goes trying to go wide to Brooks, loses out, and Brooks stands up, but he'll afford to do that because they're playing with a man short and would want to get as close to the play as much as possible. So good knocking the ball around there from the attackers team. They certainly look a little bit more stronger in midfield with the likes of Vashan Hodge. And yes, so certainly have more position. Here is Johnson. He just boots the ball upfield, and I would want to think that Johnson is should be playing further at the front court because he's got some blistering pace as well, and at times not the best pass of the ball. Here is Terence Casarajas losing out, but giving away there again. Here's Duke. Finds Lee. Lee finds Rogers. Rogers back to Lee. Good cut in there by Keon Lee. And this could be trouble. This could be trouble, but no where Khalid is going. Khalid as though it appears he wants to walk the ball into the back of the net, and that's not going to happen. His first touch was good. Should have shot from that first touch, but looking to go further towards goal. The heavy touch takes it way over the goal line for a goal kick. That is good built up play there from the attackers and creating a half chance that could have been a bit of for the goalkeeper Francis in a spot of bother. It's going to be an infringement though to the Eagles Club, just about 5 yards away from the half line. Duncan, nice trip over, but well, I'm not sure why Johnson played that ball. He should have let the player there who was running from defense. He certainly would not have been in an offside position, but Johnson electing to play and was certainly in an offside position. Brooks comes wide to Centeval Duke. Duke finds Lee. Lee forces it on the inside, and Tazi puts it out for a throw. So taken quickly. Hodge trying to find Lee again. The ball is blocked there by Romain Carby. So it's going to be another throw. 5 yards away from the first one. Here is a throw from Duke trying to find Brown. Finds Lee. Lee electing the dummy cross. And here's a cross coming. Francis collects. He boots the ball upfield. Finds the boot of Mason. Mason places across field. Sean Brown picks up. Johnson chips the ball to Sean Brown. And in the end, it's an infringement. It was close. That one was very, very close to being a penalty there. Button says obstruction. So it's going to be a free kick in a very dangerous area at an angle, but not an acute angle. Still some um, good area so he can get a good shot and goal. It will certainly have to be circumspect and have to set his wall properly. Can't have too many men in the wall because they are a bit outnumbered. They are playing with a man less, and so he will certainly have to be very, very careful. Here we see the referee in Burton probably calling the two players in Johnson and Brooks and saying, well, let's ease up on that. Number 12, Kimron Tash, has just entered the pavilion. He's put on his uniform and is running towards the bench, hoping to get on so that he can equal the numbers and have that man take away that man advantage that the Eagles Claw so far played with for 17 minutes. And Tash really had um, a good game in the last outing, and he will be looking to see if he can help his team as well. So it's going to be a free kick in a dangerous position here for the Eagles Claw. Let's see whether or not they can capitalize on this one. They've got players in and around the box, got two players over the ball. The whistle goes, and poorly taken free kick. And player there just acknowledging that I could have done better. So Tash has entered the field, and we are at full strength. The attackers now with that added man advantage. Tash is going to slot into, well, he's slotting into the position that he played last Wednesday, and Thompson is going to push further upfield. So here is Johnson. Here is Johnson trying to get around uh, Thompson. Can't do so. And it's an infringement. So what I would probably do is maybe push Khalid inside to help Denzel because certainly more mobile than Denzel. And it'd be good to push him on the inside and let Thompson um, play in that right midfield role. But they will decide how best they want it set up. Here is Kabi just lobbing that one up and loses out there is the move from Tazi. Downs the line to Romain Kabi. He's confronted there by the man Spoonie. Good recovery work there from the player there in Lee. Spoonie dribbling in a really deadly position, and you see Keon saying you could have come this way. Certainly dribbling in the wrong direction and actually lose his position. He lost the position of the ball, and they was able to get a shot and goal. The attackers, but ball save over the bar. Good move there from Keon. Here is Spoonie again. Just pushing it the wrong way. Here is Brooks, and he has been upended. He's going to pick up a free kick for his struggles. So it's all square in the 21st minute of play. Tackers versus Eagles Claw. Here is Rogers, goes wide to Brooks. Brooks chips the ball over the field, and there is no one there. And as I was saying, Thompson or Khalid Brooks will certainly need to be in a more central striking role so that they can really get onto some of those passes that the less mobile Denzel would not be able to do. Here is um, given away, and the idea was right, but Tazi can't put it on target. But the idea was actually the right one. Mason making a meal of the possession there and allowing Tazi to at least have a see and goal. They want to be in this match. They will certainly need to be a lot more tight with their position. He is losing out there to Duncan. Is Lee. He's got to get back. Here is cross, but Tash can't control and he gives away a throw in. Taken as he picks up trouble. Johnson comes wide to Romain Kirby. Kirby is confronted by Lee. He goes back to that. Here is Eagles on the attack. Romain Kirby pushes nicely to Johnson. Johnson cuts back. Still and a shot, top poke shot there on the fingertip save there from the man himself, Randy Gomez. Yes, just sneaking out to the near post and just putting that one around the post for a corner kick. But it's a good snap top poke shot there from Johnson. Thought he would have lost the opportunity for a shot and goal, but did get the toenails to it and was able to draw a save from the hands there of Randy Gomez. So it's going to be a corner kick, the third one from this end. Sean Brown crosses, heads going up, and the ball goes well. Thought it was going wide, but Gomez collects. He's just allowing his players to get upfield, tosses it to Thompson. Thompson loses position, but uh, quite an ambitious shot there from Denzel from some distance out. The goalkeeper Francis was off his line, but um, sure Denzel would have had the power to beat him from that distance. It's Mitchell. Boots the ball upfield, find the head of Centre Valdu, picks up there by Bashan Hodge. Here is there, but nice cut out there by Mitchell. Well, that's the number 6 player. It's not even number 6, he's wearing number 8. Numbers are not clear as we would like them to be on these jerseys at all. But Eagles claw with possession again. Just loses out to Tazi on the favored left foot, trying to find Johnson, but can't do so. It's going up. Kirby has a chance. Shot. He recovers possession again. And Johnson is close by. And in the end, the ball is blocked over the goal line. And it's going to be a corner kick, but closed as we would say, but no cigars. Yes, the Eagles Claw really smelling blood and really smelling the lock here to open that lock in order to get back. Well, in order to get in front, here's a short corner taken. Johnson finds Kirby, trying to find in favor, but certainly, and Hilton says offside. So, offside kick taken short. Ball past to Vashan Hodge. Vashan trying to come to Kian. Kian certainly have to play with it sometimes. Here is a good move from Denzel, taken up by his compatriot in the first layer of Duncan. It says foul. It's it's cross there from Casa. Find the boot there of Ali Brooks. Tries to find Denzel, but ball cleared away there by the Eagles class. They mount an attack though. Here's the Eagles class. Johnson. Um, Johnson again. Again, I'm not too sure why he's that far away from goal. Joseph Tazi picks up and tread the needle. Here is Johnson. He cuts back, finds Sean Brown, but Sean Brown can't control. And the ball is cleared away to the side. Still in play. Brooks eventually puts it over the line, and it's going to be a throw in. But a good counter attack there. True ball to the speedy Taj Johnson. He did cut it back and cut it back very well, only to find Sean Brown, who couldn't control the ball properly. And clearing the danger is the attackers. Here is a good one-time pass from Keon Lee. This is serious. This is serious. But Francis, as a defensive player, as he is really coming and clearing this line, but Lee really was motoring through. And had he got through there, could have been the curtains there for the Eagles Club. Had it not been for the swiftness of Francis, that ball, just a little toe poke, they could have taken him into taking it into the back of the net. Here is Rogers finding Thompson. Thompson, the one-time pass to Vashan Hodge. Vashan looks up, trying to find Casa, but just a little too heavier pass. Duncan almost giving it away there. The Eagles claw. Duncan again goes wide to that. It's a good move there from the Eagles claw. That one is going to roll into the hand of Gomez, number 26 player there in that of Mitchell. Good chip over there again, coming off his line and dropping the ball almost in on the feet there of Khalid Brooks. Mitchell goes wide, but away, headed away there by Jabil Brooks. Casa loses out, and the ball is being pushed over to the right side. But again, the ever present Jabil Brooks comes and collects, passes it to Kian Lee, goes one time to Washan, who trying to go one time to Centerville Duke. My idea was right, but they had more than enough opportunity to really hold possession as opposed to just trying to spring the quick pass. Duke is not looking as sharp as he would like. And you can see that after he would have made an attempt to play the ball. But Eagles clock coming wide, loses out there to Lee. It gives me a good opportunity to see while he's wearing the number 4 shirt. And that's Isaiah Snyder. I don't know if he's in any relation to Wesley Snyder. Probably not. But it's Lee. Finds Rogers. Rogers back to Lee. Lee goes back to Vashan. Comes to Terrence Castle Rogers. And just missed the pass. Given away again. There, the Eagles clock. Tash. Thompson. Good move from Thompson. And the good pass there from Vashan Hodge. Well, referee assistant over on that side says, not as good as my eyes. Vashan, he's offside. Keon Lee, much better play from the attackers in terms of their midfield area. And while the Eagles club may look a lot sharper in terms of their physical ability, they aren't as dominant as they would want to be in getting past these attackers players. So attackers playing with a bit of experience and doing so very well. Here's Romain Kabi. Goes inside to find Joseph Tazi, but good defensive work there from Kian Lee. Getting back and dispossessing Tazi. And then Sandoval Duke. And again, he's going to have some trouble because he can't move as well. He seems as though he has pulled something. And whether it would be wise to have him to the back there, not so sure. Joseph Tazi picks up, loses out there to Lee. Lee still with possession, trying to find Hodge. Good move there from Vashan Hodge, getting around Duncan, but again, not on the same page. And probably maybe just a lack of work between the two players, youngsters there in that of Lee and Hodge, because they would have played on a number of occasions for the Roaring Lions and probably just not on the same page and not being on the pitch as often as they would like. So, not getting the bearings as they would like in terms of their passing and their positioning, so to speak. But it's the Eagles claw with possession. Snyder finds Johnson. Johnson finds Carby. Johnson again. Nice to pass to Carby. But Mason comes across and cleans up. Here is Lee. Tazi nicely kept in play. Joseph Tazi. Mason boots the ball and not in the way he would like and played out there. Here is Rogers. And the play has been stopped because Kabi appears to be in a spot of bother. And so we see three medics, physiotherapists running towards him. And I really must say kudos to the Angular Football Association and the organizers of this tournament. On every match, you will have someone to attend to. While the teams don't have their own physicians, they've got the Angola Football Association has employed physiotherapists to attend to any mishap, any discomfort that the players may have from time to time. And they have been doing a splendid job so far, so we must commend them for that. Here we see the attackers team. They are taking the advantage of calling a meeting in their defensive half and maybe just saying, guys, let's keep it a lot tighter. Let's try to at least keep it tight and then counter attack. The Eagles claw, some of them are taking time to refresh themselves. And the referee is calling for the players and saying, well, I'm ready to go. It's not time for conference. Time to ready to play. So they started. There is Lawford Brown. Knocks it inside to Lee. Lee returns the favor, find Brown. Brown giving the ball away, but Hodge picks up. Here's Hodge. Brown boots the ball over again, but to no one. But the ball has been given away, and Khalid, so he's playing in quicksand. Here's the ball being pushed through, cut out there. Good hands out, and good strong challenge there from Hassan Mason. The ball is given away there to the Eagles Claw again. The Eagles Claw. Lots of possession, but very little to show for it for sure. Here is Mitchell. Boots the ball upfield. Finds Brown. Brown's trying to get around the defender there in Kimron Touch, but can't do so. And then the ball goes over the goal line, and it's going to be a goal kick into the 38th minute of play. And it's the first half between these two teams, all square here at the Raymond Gisha Technical Center. If you've just tapped on onto the live, we want to say welcome, and we do hope that you are enjoying the coverage so far. Ball moved field, nicely controlled there from Terence Casher Rogers, but can't find an attacker's player. And you see the ball is being booted upfield again. Charles trying to get onto it, but Brooks comes to the rescue, and the ball is being cleared for a throw-in. Here is Snyder, finds Kabi. Kabi finds Tazi. Tazi has been challenged there by Hodge. Goes back to Snyder, who goes all the way back to Duncan there in defense. So maybe they're just looking to draw the defense there for the attackers. Here is ball given away there again from Thompson. Good move there from Mitchell. But ball's been booted upfield. Here's the attackers. Tackles. Good work there from the player there in Kimran Taj. Cleared up field, only to be recovered there by the attacker, Center Valdu. Pushed it on the inside, but certainly too fast for Hodge. And in the end, the ball is being put into play. Put into touch, sorry, for a all. So all the substitute. Carby, we have to picking up that knock. It's just it's continue, so it's a substitute. They will certainly get the name of the substitute for you shortly. And picking up his first action of the match, the substitute. Here is a true pass, and the ball has been cleared upfield. Charles cut out there from Hodge. Hodge loses out, and Snyder can't keep the ball in play, and it's going to be a throw in there to the attackers, and they can feel good about themselves. Good play there. Good all up field here is Casa fleet footed, and he's been pushed off the ball, and thereby the defense. Snyder finding Charles. Charles trying to return the favor, but the ball is being put into touch for a throw in. Here's a big boot up field from Brown trying to find Lee. That he's confronted by the defense there for the Eagles Claw. And it's going to be a throw in. It's going to be a throw in. We are just about a minute or 2 minutes away from the half. Here's a quick throw. And as the button says, that's a foul throw. And position is being given back there to the attackers team. Here's the quick throw. And headed in play, but the Eagles Club team picks up, and there's a stout challenge there from is the attackers. Loses out. Center Valdu loses out to Brown. Tazi trying to go past Hodge. Can't do so. Kian Lee gives the ball away, and away come the attackers. Snyder skips over the ball, and Thompson trying to recover position, but just a little too fast, not able to keep that one in play, and it's going to be a throw in so to the Eagles Club. So taken quickly, headed out, and it's going to be the that the player they wearing the number 3 shirt there for the Eagles Club in the person of Dallin Garden. He would have replaced the injured player there in Romain Kirby. They've got the attackers have got just the lone, well, not so if you can call him a substitute, because certainly if he was fit and running, he would have been on the field in that of Sean Isaac. But he's there, maybe just for cover, just in case. We would have played some 45 minutes and into 2 minutes of injury time. It's 0-0, all squared, and Tosh getting the better of Brown, but Brown picking up an infringement for his troubles. Down the middle, some 33, 35 yards out, possibly. But so far, the attackers have really kept here's a quick pass cut out there by Lee. Good defensive work there by Lee. Eagles Club picks up position again. Duncan trying to go wide, loses position. The ball has been pushed up field. Keon Lee with some space and time comes inside. Good pass from Lee. Center Valdu can't control the ball, loses position. Good pass there from Lee, but not getting the help there from Center Valdu at all. Here it's Charles. Just it down there too. That's certainly an offside. Sean Brown, big offside. And then the final moments of the second into this halftime, but giving away the Eagles claw. Taj Johnson trying to cut and travel. And I've seen it in the match against the Ducks United where Johnson, is very fleet footed, but I don't know if anyone would have told him that the ball slows you down, especially when you are traveling with it. It slows you down, and he can ill afford to negate his speed by traveling with the ball. It's a corner kick, probably the final kick of the match. Here's a corner kick taken, heads going up, headed away. Keon Lee picks the ball up, he pushes outfield, and there you've had it. It's after 45 minutes and 2 minutes of added injury time. It is nil-nil all square here between these two teams. The Eagles claw in the green, the attackers in the blue and black. It's nil-nil. We've got another 45 minutes to go, so stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We will take you back to master control, and in about 8 minutes, we'll head back with the second half attackers versus Eagles Claw, our final match for this evening. Thank you, and welcome back to the final 45 minutes of our featured match between the Attackers FC in the blue and black versus the Eagles Claw FC in the all green. At halftime, the scores are all square, nil nil, and we will certainly look to the second half for some more excitement. It's been some tough football, both in midfield and in defense, from both teams really, and they can feel, I guess, good about themselves that any of the teams who did not concede a goal, even though there were some opportunities and some chances. So we head back into the second half, and it's the attackers with the kickoff to start the second half. And this time, if you have just joined us, we want to say certainly good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Welcome you. It's the Eagles Club. They would have won some 4 matches on the trot. Their fifth match, they lost 4 goals to 1 in in against the Ducks United, and that's after having taken a 1 goal to 0 lead in the first minutes of play. They allowed the Ducks to really come back and really manhandle them. And maybe you can say, well, they had a easy opening schedule, and they are at the toughest side of their assignment. Here is a shot. Ball rolls to Sean Brown, who gets around the player there in Tash, and maybe looking to see what he can get out of it, but can't get anything. Ball push up the field nicely, and that's going to be a throw in there for attackers. Attackers has gotten the likes of Shakoy Reed on their bench, so we'll look to see how best they can maybe marshal the troops to at least, if they can't get all 3 points, that they look to maintain to get a point out of this game. Here is Lee. Finds Tash. Tash loses out, but Lee regains position and trying to find the player there in Khalid Brooks. Not being able to control. Here is Eagles Clark. This looks like that Snyder. Yeah, loses position. Rogers picks up, comes inside to Brooks, who attempted a shot from some distance. Here is Charles getting to 2 players. Does so, well, not Charles, but that he's wearing the number, is that the number 5 shirt? Yes, that's Giovanni Antoni. Eagles Clark. Tazi cleared away momentarily, and a heavy challenge there in the back there of the player. That player is, yeah, somewhat of a clumsy challenge there in the back of the player. See, Button is calling Tazi, and after he would have lost the position, really bowled into the back of the player there, and bridgement and the a little bit of commotion, and Albert Burton is really speaking to him and flashes the yellow card. So, a warning there to Joseph Tazi. and you'll have to be very careful with his aggressive play. Player is on the still on the field, and the player is Vashan Hodge, not a really heavily built, stout man, really. Uh, on the lanky side of things, but displayed some good skills over the years. So went up to boil about a bit, and he did mention that work and whatever has kept him away from the game of football. He was a player who would have played for Angola as well, and it's nice to see both players coming together and really hugging. And that's good sportsmanship between both players and both team as well, knowing that they're all fighting to see if they can get all 3 points from this match. And the crowd, the spectators, they're certainly eager awaiting the outcome of this game. Just checking to see whether or not who will draw first blood here. Well, it's been a tight contest. Can't say that there have been many clear cut chances for both teams. Most of their advantage probably will go to the Eagles claw. Here's the ball puts up field. Here is a ball across the goal, and what's going on? The ball is actually still in play. The ball is still in play. A little bit disappointed there on the part there of the attackers players because they certainly should have gotten somebody up on the back pole there. The ball just rolled across the face of the goal. Anyone on that end could have easily tapped it in, but no player there. Vashan Haj back on the field, pushes forward, finds Kimron Touch. He's been challenged by Sean Brown. Javil Books, sorry, special. That's Khalid Books. That is Kimron Touch still here, falling down. Is the defender there, quite comically. Tash is coming from an outside position. Well, it can't be outside because the defender would have played the ball, but I can't control. But a little bit of comedy of their player falling on. Here's Charles, skips over. Charles goes back, finds Johnson. Johnson trying to find Charles. Charles trying to return the favor, but here comes Mason now, the big ball in Mason. And the good cut back there from Charles. A hand in the chest there from uh, Johnson. Hodge picks up. Just a little bit on the slow side there. Casa just a little bit too slow. And no one says man on. Casa acknowledges that he was a little bit on the slow side of things there and allowing Eagles Claw to regain possession. So far, we would have played some 8 minutes. Still no goals. Here is Duncan. Chips the ball over, find the head of Casa. There's a shot, and that one goes wide, and it's going to be a goal kick there to Attackers FC. Ball has been booted upfield. It's going up. Actually headed away there. Here's the ball pushed through but blocked. Here is again Rogers a little bit on this slow side, Casa. Uh, Here is a true pass, ball coming over, shot, and Gomez really collecting cleanly, not dropping anything. Absolutely tosses it out there to Lee. Lee finds, is that Tash? It's not Tash. No, that's Larford Brown, and they're still motoring along. Here is Hodge. Goes past the player there. He has enough speed to keep it in? And eventually the ball is being put into touch. Well, it goes over the goal line, and according to Hilton, it's going to be a goal kick taken quickly. Well, almost faking himself there. Tash losing out. Sean Brown pushes the ball in field. Charles turn, trying to feed the unrushing player, but he's a good position here for the Attackers FC. Again, still not out of the woods is Easy Club. Controlled by Keon Lee. Finds Casa Rogers. Rogers finds Centerval Duke. Duke trying to return the favor, but can't do so. Ball is still with Attackers. Here's a gentle ginger pass there from that of Khalid Brooks, and away comes the Eagles' claw. Tajah Johnson traveling with the ball, goes wide, but find the boot there of Rashid. And Rashid gives it back to the Eagles' claw, who are looking to mount an attack now. A shot and goal, and Randy Gomez collects, he tosses it out quickly, finds that's Keon Lee. Lee cuts back, but could have gone down the line further. But the attackers with possession, and certainly Denzel is not going to get onto that one. And I'd like to certainly see Reed on the field. It would be interesting to see who they would substitute. Denzel can probably give way for Shaquai Reed, who will definitely be more fleet-footed, could pass. Good pass. Here is Khalid Brooks. Can't put foot to the ball. And the defender there not being able to keep the ball in play. And it's going to be a throwing deep into the attacking third. Number 27, Centerval Duke comes off. Not too sure. I would have taken Duke off. He's certainly more mobile than Denzel for sure, but I guess they're seeing things that I can't see, and so I'm certainly sure that Central Duke would have been much better. Here is the throw. Cali control comes out. Reed with his first touch. Brooks, Rogers. He's been bundled off the ball, but the attacker still with possession. Loses out now. Here is Kimon Tash. Loses to Taji Johnson. The ball is being pushed upfield, and Randy Gomez coming way off his line, noticing that the fleet-footed Charles there might have had a faster motor than the veteran there in Hassan Mason, and so Gomez came quickly off his line and clears. Heading towards the 69th, well, into the 69th minute of play. Here is Charles trying to return the favor. And Special clears the ball upfield. Finds Lee. Rogers back to Brown. Brown trying to come wide to Reed, but finally find a defensive for Eagles Clark. Here, Clark trying to mount an attack as the ball is being poked away. Again, here is Sean Brown. Sean Brown finds Charles, but Charles dispossessed here from Mason. Brown back to the number 19 player there who chips the ball over. Randy Gomez comes and collects in the end. It's going to be an offside. Really commend these helpers, physiotherapists on the bench. They're there in a flash. And really say kudos to them for their efforts. So players resumed. Brooks boots the ball upfield. Reed can't get onto that one. So Cali has shift more into a central striking role. Harden all the way back to Francis. Duncan, Garden, trying to find Tazi. Tazi does find Charles. Charles goes wide. There's a shot, but goes wide and not before the ball was touched there though by the attackers team. So into the 62nd minute of play, it's still no goals between the attackers and the Diamonds. The Eagles Claw. Diamond would have played earlier. Here is the corner kick taken and still not out of the woods yet, but challenge and eventually Casa Clays. Eagles Club, Eagles Club, Eagles Club. Or has been booted upfield. Sean Brown. Heads going up, but shot there from Rohan and Shakwai Reed. And the defensive work there from Rohan getting back in a timely manner. Well, that looks like Garden is getting back in a timely manner and was able to. Well, it's not Garden, it's Rohan. He's wearing the number 15 shirt. 19 shot. Here's to trick taken quickly. Kim Tash finds Khalid. Khalid one time to Casa. Casa finds that Brown, who's playing in a more withdrawn midfield role. But here is a tussle between two players. And in the end, Keon coming away with the free kick. It was the Snyder trying to get, well, that's Snyder. He's the number three player there in the person of Dallin Garden. Here is a cross, but nicely cleared there by Brown. Rogers, heads going up. Johnson trying to control. Does Poldoso. Goes trying to go wide, but cut out there by Thompson. Mason picks up. Comes wide to Tash. Tash misses everything and then loses out. Here is Eagles Club. Ball knocked inside. Still Eagles Club, but cleared away. Not out of the danger. There's a shot, and Randy Gomez just getting across and in a poor goalkeeping manner, getting down and collecting. This is a good ball too, but Ali don't really have the legs anymore to get onto that one. Here is Francis coming out of goal, collecting, finding Duncan. Joseph Tazi, only player so far with a yellow card. Ball being pushed through to Brown. But Brown can't get past Tash. Good work from Tash as he continue his stellar performance. Here is a good pass. Again, it's a good true ball, but Ali don't have the legs to get.
The MVP for tonight's game goes to Atlanta.